Okay, first problem, 2 cubes, 2 and 5. Okay, so let's see. The equation for this line is 3 over 2, y equals 3 over 2x plus 2. And we're going to plug in 7. So y equals 3 over 2 times 7 plus 2. That's, see, 21 over 2 plus 2. And that is, let's see, the additional 4. So that'd be 25 over 2, which is 12 and a half. So the new square is 12 and a half by 12 and a half. And for the second part, if we had a 2 by 2 and an 18 by 18, it would be a 6 by 6. Right? All right. Next, we have the, let's see. Oh, here we go. The shadows problem. So let's see here. Trying to find out how tall the street light is. So the equation here is, see, the slope would be 5 over 30. Y equals 5 over 30x. And if we are 190, 5 over 30 is really 1 over 6 times 190. Oh, way off screen here. 6 over 190. So 190 times 1 ABC, nope, 6 is 31 and 2/3. 31 and 2/3 for the height of the street lamp. And over here on this side, okay, if the street lamp is the same height, so this equation is y equals 5 over 20th x, which is 1 over 4x, and 31 and 2/3. So we have 31 and 2/3 equals 1/4 x. So multiply both sides times 4 times 4. 126 and 2/3. 126 and 2/3 equals x, but that's the position, not how far I should stand from it. So it would be 126 and 2/3 minus the 20 feet for the shadow equals 106 and 2/3. Okay. Finally, the airport problem. Let's see, at 2 minutes into the flight, we're at the point, let's see, 10:02. Let's do distance formula here. Let's see, 10 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus 37 squared. Let's punch all that into the calculator. Second square root 100 plus 35 squared gives us, let's square that, 1,325. So this is square root of 1,325 which is approximately equal to 36.40. 36.40. And now, the question is, when are we 65 miles from home, basically, on this flight? And the answer is out here at 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 60, 12 out here. We'll go D equals, let's see, 60 minus 0 squared, 12 minus 37 squared. And just check here. 60 squared plus 37 minus 12 is 15. Wait a minute. 25 squared, 4,225. And second square root, second answer, 65. So this is from 60, 2 to 0, 37. There we go. All right, next problem, number 2. So this time our squares are 2 by 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see, we have y equals 5 over 2x plus 2, and plug in y, plug in 2. So, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plug in 9 equals 5 halves x times 9 plus 2. That's 40. 45 halves, 49 halves, 49 over 2. And that is, by the way, 24 and 1/2. So that's the size of the next square. Okay. And see, what was the, this one? It was, let's see, a 4 by 4 and a 16 by 16. So 4 by 4 and 16 by 16 gives us a 8 by 8. An 8 by 8 square would fit between them. Next. Let's see. 50-foot shadow. We're 240 feet from the lamp post. So our equation is y equals 5/50 x. We're going to plug in 240. Wait a minute. We're 240 feet from the street light. Pause here for a second. Okay. So second over 50 feet. Okay. So we're going to plug in 240, and that is 1/10 240. Y equals 24. And then for the other part here, we have y equals 1/4 x. And we're going to plug in our number 24 equals 1/4 x. And 24 times 4 is 96. Just make sure I got that right. 24 times 4. Yeah, 96. So it should be 96 feet from the street light. So 96 plus 20 equals 116. Or no, what am I doing here? 96 minus 20. From the street light. Okay. Let's see here. We have, first of all, how far are we from home after the second? So we're at 12, 2. And we have 12 minus 0 squared and 2 minus 35. All right, just a moment, bud. All right, so that's 144 plus 33 squared, 1233. Which is approximately equal to square root second answer 35. Point 11. All right, pause here. So it was, and the point at which we are 65 miles from his home is right out here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 60, comma 10. Just to show it, our distance is, let's see, 60 minus 0 plus 10 minus 35. So let's see, 10 minus 35 is 25 plus 60 squared, 4225. And from 2, there we go. All right, next up. Number 3, more squares. Let's see, we have a 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see here, 3 and 7. So our equation is 1, 2, 3, 4. Y equals 4/3 x plus 3. We're going to plug in 3 and 7 makes 10. So that would be 40/3 plus 49/3. So that is the size of the next square. And in this one, let's go back and take a look. We're looking for a 3x3 and a 27x27. So that would be a 9x9 square for part B. All right. Next up, we've got the streetlight problem. Let's see, so our equation is y equals 5 over 60x. And we're going to plug in 260 for x. 5 over 60. Let's see. That's 1/12. Yeah, it is. Okay. 1 ABC 12 times 260 is 21 2/3. The height of the lamp post. 21 2/3. And over here, this equation, y equals 1/4 x. And we put in 21 2/3 equals 1/4 x. So let's multiply by 4 times 4 gives us 86 2/3 equals x. But that's simply how far it is from there. So you take away the shadow, minus 20 equals 60 2/3. Next up, we have the airplane problem. All right. After 2 seconds, here we are at 8. Okay. So this is the point 8, 2. So our distance is 8 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus 40 squared. D equals, so let's see, it's 38 squared plus 64 is 1508. Which is second square root second answer, 38.83 approximately. And the point at which we are 65 miles from is here at the point 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So we've got distance is 60 minus 0 squared plus 15 minus 40 squared, which is, just to double check it all here, 15 minus 40, negative 25, answer squared, plus 60 squared is 4225, and that is 65. Okay. Next set. Let's see here. For 4, our equation is y equals 1/4 x plus 4. We're going to plug in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 9/4 plus 16/4 is 25/4, which is 6 and 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1/4. That works. And the next part is the square is 5 by 5 and 20 by 20. So the in-between square will be a 10 by 10 square. Okay, next up, the shadow. Oh yeah, here we are. So our equation here is y equals 5 over 70x. And we're going to plug in 300. So let's see. 5 ABC 70, which is 1/14th, times 300, 21 3/7. And then over here, we have y equals 1/4 x again. And we're going to plug in 21 3/7 equals 1/4 x. So times 4, 85 5/7. And so then we got to subtract the 20 feet here. And that is 65 5/7. Okay, and finally, all right, here we are at 6, 2. So the distance is equal to 6 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus 45 squared. So that's 43 squared plus 36, 1885. So we've got, which is approximately equal to 43.42. Okay, and the point at which we are 65 miles away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is here at 6020. And so a little bit. So we've got d equals square root of 60 minus 0 plus 20 minus 45. Okay. 60 squared plus 25 squared is 455. And so d equals 65. 65 miles. Okay, last set. With the squares, our equation is y equals 1/2 x plus 2. And we're plugging in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. So that's 5 halves, and 4 halves is 9 halves. So that's the size of the new square, which is 4 1/2. And come over here, what was the, for this one? 9 by 9 and 16 by 16. So it's going to be a 12 by 12 square for the one that goes in between. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's see. 30. Okay. So the equation here is y equals 5 over 30x. I'm going to plug in, what was the distance for this one? Let's see, we're 120 feet from the street light. So that's 150 altogether. Five over 30 times 150. 5 ABC 30 times 150 is 25. Then I flip it around. And our equation here is y equals 1/4 x. And we are plugging, we're plugging in the 25. 1/4 x, so 100 equals x. And how far we should, that's the position. Equals 80 feet away. And last but not least, we have how far? Okay, we are 24.2. So the distance is 24 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus 30 squared. Oh, this one, okay. D equals 28. 24 squared plus 28 squared, 1360. Which is approximately 36.88. 36.88. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, okay. The point at which we are 65 miles from his home is here at 60, comma, 20, oh wait, 2, 4, 6, 5. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So our distance, just to verify, is 60 minus 0 squared plus 5 minus 30 squared. I'll plug that in my calculator. 60 squared plus 25 squared is 4225. 4225, which is 65. Now, I did forget, I'm supposed to mention what time this was. So let's see, at t equals 1, we're at 12, so it's 60 divided by t equals 60 over 12, or 5 seconds into the flight. And let's actually go back. We'll have to check all those in the answer key, but that should be fairly easy. And that's it. Here we go.